We're gonna start here on bottom, and my opponent will be on the half guard, and he's gonna get the over-under pass, and he's gonna apply the pressure on me. He's gonna start putting a lot of pressure on me like this. Okay, so he didn't hug my head yet, but his head is on the other side. Okay, I mean like his body's on this side, head on the other side. Okay. By doing that, he's gonna put a lot of weight on me, okay? There's a lot of weight on me, especially if I have both knees off the mat. This pass is actually a very powerful and strong pass. You can defeat all guards like this, okay? It's really hard to escape from this if you don't know what to do, okay? Because now I cannot put my foot on his bicep. It's hard for me to push him away. I can press and push my opponent on that direction, but if I do that, he's still applying the weight. It's gonna be just like my arms, my hand and arms against his weight, okay? Against his whole body. And just pushing here, he's gonna start stepping to the outside. Once he step over my leg, he's gonna approach to a kind of like a leg drag, right? Yeah, like this. And even though I keep pushing like this, he's still like on my side. Okay, and there's not much for me to do, all right? Again, so the scenario is here, like let's say Eddie's standing and then he shut down, and he closes his space, right? And then he start like moving his leg around, right? I start pushing him, he's gonna go for the leg drag, right? So he's gonna step over my leg and then put his thigh under my thigh, and I'll be pushing him, keep pushing him, and then he will pass my guard, okay? Or maybe like you're gonna start like facing this way, and then your opponent start attacking your back. Okay, so that's not a great way to escape from this position. Okay? So first thing you gotta understand is when your opponent is with the head on one side and the body on the other side, he's gonna be super heavy on top of you. Okay, just like by putting his head on this side, same side of his body, right? That already take his weight away from me. Okay? Try to put your weight on me right now. Oh, no, because you can't put the weight on me. All right? So I can easily like start escaping the hips and start reaching his back. Okay? Also, another thing I cannot do here when he's applying pressure like this, I cannot go here. Okay? I can't push the hip, okay, or the hips off my opponent like this. A lot of times people push like that, where they try to grab the leg, they try to flip the opponent like this, right? It's not gonna be very easy if the opponent is really heavy, okay? And by putting my hand right here, sometimes my opponent will put the weight on the hip and then he can hurt my wrist, kind of like a wrist lock, okay? So this hand right here must be on his bicep, okay? Always. And notice that when I put my hand on his bicep, my elbow goes like really close to my body here. So now I'm using my forearm, this bone right here, to keep everything under control. If you try to put the weight on me, right now, I'm not like with my elbow off the mat trying to do this. I'm resting with my elbow on the mat, okay? So now is the head part, okay? I'm gonna bring his head to the other side. I'm gonna bring his head to the other side. But I will put my forearm right here under his head, okay? I cannot just push with my hand like this, okay? Because he's gonna force the head on this side, and I'm trying to do it with my hand like this. I need to curl, you see, I need to work with my bicep, and that's not enough. So the best way for you to put his head to the other side is bringing your forearm under his head right here, okay? Right on his face, and then push like this, taking his weight out of you like this, okay? And then by doing that right now, I'm gonna start bringing his head to the other side. But one thing I like to do, I like to go with my hand. I like to go with my hand. Sometimes your opponent will grab your belt like this or your pants. So I like to go with my hand right here. Okay, right on his armpit. Okay. So right now I'm gonna start extending my leg, and then start turning my kneecap towards my opponent. Look at my toes. I turn like this. Okay? But just by shifting my hips like that, try to put your weight on me right now, and it's gonna be hard for you to put the weight. Plus, keep controlling my belt for you. Okay? Because when I do this, right, I'm gonna start twisting his arm, and he's gonna start feeling like a shoulder lock. Okay? Once I get here, look, I'm gonna turn on. Once I start getting here, okay, I'm gonna move my shoulder away from my opponent like this. Okay? Again. So you got it here. I go step 1, step 2, and move my shoulder away. See? Once his head goes to the floor, now my hand that was on the bicep goes right on top of his body, and I'll control his belt. If he doesn't have the belt, I'll grab the pants right here. I usually have the belt, so I grab right here, and I put a lot of weight on his neck right here on my elbow, okay? Because now if Andy tries to stand up, he can't. So I keep his head on the floor, okay? Now, this leg right here, I'll post on the floor, and with this hand, my right hand, I'm gonna control and cup his thigh, okay? So once I get here, now I'm gonna start sweeping my opponent or even attacking his back, okay? So you gotta learn both. The first one, I'm gonna control his chin, okay? Here, like a chin strap, and turn his face towards me. Now I'm gonna bridge. And then I move towards the inside of his half guard, okay? And the reason that I do that is because when I sweep him like this, and I try to go side control, he's gonna turn him, and he can single leg me, okay? So as soon as he falls here, I gotta step my leg and catch the half guard, okay? So now when I get here, if you underhook my arm, in this case Andy is underhooking this arm, I'll underhook his arm as well, okay? Here. Now thumb in, I like to grab my thumb inside, and then I keep right here, heavy. Okay, now I can post his hand on the floor, and then I start pushing his leg, going to a nice mount position. Okay, so I'm not mounted yet. I work as a butterfly from the top, open his knees apart, and now I can go to mount or windshield wiper to the side control. Okay, again. So I'm here working against my opponent. He's gonna get the over under. Okay, you're gonna block, put your weight on me. So you're gonna block him, bring him to the side, sit up, control his thigh. Okay, grab his chin, turn inside half guard. Now I'm here. Okay, and notice that his arm is here on this side. Okay. I don't even allow him to underhook my arm. He tried to underhook my arm. I keep his arm trapped under my armpit, okay? Because that will give me a good control, so I can open his lapel here and feed the lapel. Now I can do the exact same thing. Post my head on the floor, push, and then start going to mount, okay? Or if I know like my opponent can bridge, right? I go to the side, okay? So Andy's gonna start going over under here, okay? Look, I grab his armpit right here, okay? Now look, I extend my leg, pull his shoulder, and then I start extending my arm on the side like I'm holding the bicep. Here, and now, okay? I can grab like this too if you want. You feel like the thigh is hard to grab, you go over here. Okay, now you're on top of that. So I'm not going with my arm over his head. Okay? So my arm is always under his face right here. Okay? Like this. Okay? If I do with this hand right here, he's gonna hug my head, and that's gonna be over. It'll be super hard for me to go away from him right now. So I can never let this arm free, okay? So otherwise your opponent will grab your head. Okay? So go in. So I'm here, I block, put your weight on me. I go under the head, right here, front of his face, grab the armpit, extend my leg. As my heel touches the floor, I move to the side. Sit up, control. You get right here, okay? Now what can happen here, and we can do that as well. So when our opponent is here, right? And then you got right there, you push it, control. As I try to sweep him, he's gonna stand up this leg. Yeah, so now I can't like bring him that way, right? Because he's standing up the leg, okay? So what I do, I post my hand on the floor, and then I go here. 1 and 2, okay? Now I close my knees and then bring it to my lap again. The good thing of this position, I can keep his arm inside between my legs sometimes, most of the time. So that way I can have free access to his collar. Okay, then I can start into a nice choke. Okay, I like this one here. Under the arm, over your shoulder, now karate chop behind his head, extending both arms. Choke him out, okay? Again. Sorry. So over under pass, I'm blocking. Try to grab my head and look, don't let him grab your head. So 1, 2, 3. You lifted the leg, go here. Okay? Now adjust the choke. Step 1, step 2, and then start choking out. Okay? So you gotta try first to sweep him before you go to his back, okay? Don't try to go straight to the back before you, for example, if I go here, and he didn't stand up the leg, and I go straight to the back without him having this leg up, okay? I feel like when I do that, okay, he can start like putting on deep half, okay? So I prefer to really try to sweep, right? And then he's gonna pulse the leg, and that's when I go here. Because now for him to turn, right, it's too late, and you're gonna be already on his back, okay? But you're still gonna be on top, right, of your opponent. So if he turns and you end up on top, great, right? You're on bottom, now you're on top, so you got the sweep, okay? But I prefer to get on a better position, such as like the half guard, like we did the first one, or like on the back, like I did the second one, okay? Yeah, it seems like easy to do, right? But we're gonna do specific training like that. That's a very, very powerful way to pass the guard, okay? I feel like when you mix it up both ways of passing, when you're on top, you will succeed. I mean, like sometimes you're gonna pass more like standing, like Toriano, side to side, right? But sometimes you gotta mix it up with a nice like over-under pass or a nice knee cut pass, nice pressure pass, okay? And a lot of people nowadays have a hard time to defend pressure pass because they kind of like used to fight people that only pass standing. And once people start playing more like old school, they don't know what to do, right? So what you're gonna do, we're gonna always cover the arm and control here, okay? Try to pass, and you go. Notice like this leg right here doesn't stay in the air, okay? I try to extend my leg and put my heel on the floor, okay? Now I move away from him. And another thing I do here, so it's another detail, very important. So when I extend my leg and put my heel on the floor, now I touch it to my kneecap, this part of my knee, the inner part of my knee, right on his rib. And I push him with my knee, you see? So then immediately I sit up right here, okay? I'm on this position. Worst case scenario, like I'm gonna be on his back, like if we're gonna be third position, I'll be here. And this is 2 points too, okay? Because I get behind the line of his shoulders. On IBJJF, this is 2 points. And then if I take the back, it's extra 4 points, okay? So again, the detail of the knee, okay? So notice that my shoulder will slide to the side, and I'll push him with the knee as well. So I go 1, extend, push, sit up. get on the half guard, okay? Try to underhook my arm. Take advantage of this, okay? It's very, very good. Like having his tricep under your armpit here will give you a lot of time. And he's gonna feel really uncomfortable. So you're gonna open the lapel and then start using your free hand to push the leg, and then you're here. Try to lock my leg. If he's locking the leg, you're gonna go with your outside hook, inside hook his thigh, and you're gonna open up his knees apart. Try to lock the legs right now, so he can't. Now it's easier for me to either go to knee on belly or mount. And when you mount sprawling like this, okay? Don't mount like this, because then he's gonna bridge and then move you to the side, okay? So when you mount, you go like this. Okay, so you keep your legs like in a praying feet like this, okay? So your feet connect like this, okay? So work on this technique. Every time you get on the side control, or you get on the back if you stand up the leg, or you get on mount, you're gonna go for a submission. Every time. So you can do your favorite submission. Ezekiel, armbar, Americana, cross choke, okay? Every time, every single time you go like back and forth. All right? Any question?
I have one. Does it matter if he has your knee inside or not? The leg is
like yeah. So
do you make sure you keep the knee out?
Yeah, so Andy's asking like if this knee is popping out. Of course it'd be easier for me to defend if my knee is here. But if my opponent swallow my knee between his legs, I say that, right? So right here, it's a little bit harder for me to defend. I don't need to go like, oh, I need to push my knee out first, then I go here. No, okay? So if your knee is already inside, just focus on the bicep and go here. You still can succeed on the push. Notice that when I hit my knee here, Andy, I also like extend this arm here. I push you like this. You see? So I make her head goes to the floor. Look. Right here. Okay? I use this all the time against high level black belts. It works really well. Okay? It's a very good way to defend over him. Okay?
When you do the movement, you feel like holding the biceps, and then you try, as he pulls the hand, give you a hard time to reach the belt or not?
No, like I feel like this hand, right?
Yeah.
So when I get hit like that, so I'm here, he's putting pressure, like he already jumped over my knee. I control his armpit, so I go here, close your hand, and like this.
Yeah.
I don't have any hard time to like go here, you know, no hard time. Because even with his hand there, my elbow behind his neck will make his head goes down. Okay.
I should close and closer up again. Come back.
No, it's hard. Because he needs to put the weight on his butt to stand up, okay? So if he does that, let's say, if I go here, put your weight on your butt and like this, and now I can easily like start like playing a different guard, you know? Okay? Because he gave me space. But usually your opponent is always constantly like putting pressure, go, putting pressure. He's trying to get the pressure there, you know? So it's gonna be easy for you. All right.
So when you're coming up, do you want to stay close, or does it matter if you kind of come out a little bit? You know what I mean?
Yes. So I don't focus too much on escaping the hip. I just focus on shifting my hip. So it's different than escaping, right? So Andy's here, right? I'm gonna. We call this enterrada in Portuguese, right? Enterrada. It means like you're digging, because I'm gonna dig his head on the floor. It's like an ostrich, right? I put his head like, imagine like you're gonna put his head inside the mat, right? Yeah, bury him, right? So you're gonna extend the leg, push, and then you just move away your shoulder like this. You're not gonna do like this, because it's impossible for me to move my hip and my shoulder at the same time. So what I do, I just extend, turn, and now I move just this part right here. Okay? And then I sit. It's just the upper body that slides out. And then his head goes to the floor. Okay? Yeah. All right, let's go. 1, 2, 3. So one thing really important is like using your inner thigh to squeeze his arm, smash his arm down while you're rotating his shoulder. So you grab the armpit and then you pretty much like twist his tricep, right? And then extend your leg and use your inner thigh against it. So you're gonna work this muscle here, okay? Abductor? Adductor, here. Abductor is outside, right?
AD is outside.
Okay, AD, so he's a adductor, okay? So you're gonna squeeze really hard, you're gonna work with this muscle, and then you're gonna use the knee to drive your opponent like to the outside while you like move your shoulder away to reach the belt. So the hand that was on the biceps, the hand that goes on the back. I see like some of you like extend and try to grab the belt with the same side. No, you're gonna extend. The hand that's on the bicep is the hand that goes over the back, okay? So one thing really important, notice Andy's grabbing my belt here, or my pants, right? So if I keep my hips like facing this way, it's gonna be easier for him to maintain the grip there. He's gonna feel like, stand up Andy. What I'm gonna do with his shoulder, he's gonna feel like Americana. He's gonna feel this, okay? Because when I squeeze my leg over his arm here on the tricep, and I twist my hips, I skate my hip like this, I'm gonna do this with his hand, okay? So his hand goes up and his tricep goes down. Elbows down, hands up, so he's gonna feel like a shoulder lock. So you want to work on this a twist right here on his arm, okay? So when he's grabbing you here, okay? Notice that when I grab his arm right here, my hand goes in between my leg and his head. So I don't go here, okay? I don't grab like this. So he's inside my leg, okay? So now look, when I start extending, notice that Andy's still holding my belt. So when I start like twisting my hip, look, you see? If you keep holding my belt, it's gonna feel his shoulder, okay? So some of you may not feeling like you're breaking the grip because you're just doing this. So now you can use your foot on the floor to squeeze your adductor, right? And then rotate a little bit more, okay? Like this. Now I'm squeezing his bicep and tricep between my legs. Try to stand up. It's really hard for you to stand up. I'm digging his shoulder on the mat, and then I grab here. Sometimes, you know, I can just like sit up here and then start attacking a crucifix. I always do the crucifix right here, like this, okay? It happens a lot too. So when I get here, under, so I got here, he's like putting a lot of pressure on me, I go up. So now I'm ready to attack nice crucifix, right? Which is a very strong position, a great way for you to control your opponent, start choking him out, okay? Or make like variations to attack the back, right? And many other things, okay? So you grab, you go 1. So look, my leg must go down to the floor, and now I need my kneecap facing him, my toes face him. So I don't keep facing with my toes towards the ceiling. I gotta face towards it. Why I'm like moving my shoulder away, you see? This is a very powerful position, okay? When I was brown belt, okay? You know, 2004, when I was brown belt, long time ago, right? Some of the kids here, they're not even born. So 2004, I used to fight like this. Stand up. There's actually a fight on YouTube that I do this. I fought like a giant, like a guy super big. Like the guy probably was like 6'5". It was like really big, open class. And every fight on that event, I grab here and I pull guard like this. Give me the over-under against big guys. They got there and then I go, oh. Like right away I used to attack their back like pretty quick, just giving that position. Because back in the day, people pass more on their knees and put more pressure, right? And even nowadays, like when you deal with like a bigger opponent, they're not gonna be like Toriano jumping side to side. They're gonna try to drop their knees on the floor, especially on the Masters division. And the ladies, girls, they pass a lot on their knees as well. At least when you're on the floor, they like to move like this a lot. They put pressure like this, right? Some of the girls can pass standing like Luisa, but it's not like all, right? Most of the girls like to pass with pressure. And most of the masters, they pass also with pressure, over, under, stack, you know, half guard. So you gotta be ready to deal with those types of scenarios, right? Other than just like play spider guard and everything will be fine, right? Because once you start closing the space, you need to know how to move your hips and take advantage of his weight on you, okay? Again. So sometimes your opponent will feel that you're gonna like twist his shoulder. He's gonna hop over your leg with this arm, like this, exactly. So now he's gonna start conquering the half guard, okay? It's gonna be hard for him to do it, but sometimes that can happen. Because that happens usually when I start going here and he goes. Because once I twist and I start like digging his head to the floor, it's over. Because I will squeeze his tricep and bicep against my legs, try to bring our move. You can't. See, it's too late for him, so I start like going to his back. Okay? So if I'm here and then he goes with the arm over, like this, keep holding the bicep here. And now what I do here, I close my elbow here, okay? And then I start forcing to go this way, so he's gonna pose the hand on the floor. And then I get the underhook, okay? So now I start moving to his back, okay? So every single time my opponents try to conquer the half guard, right? Here, instead of like just push him like this, I just shift my hips that way, forcing to pose the hand on the floor. He's gonna give me the underhook. Instead of like, sometimes people, when they get here, they try to like underhook. Don't let me underhook him. I'll never underhook him, okay? But if I just do a little turn, he needs to pose, so I got space to underhook, and then I start going to his back, okay? Pretty much like that's my guard, you know, like my guard is all about like building frames and using the weight of my opponent to make him post. And when he posts, I find space. I go like X guard, I go underhooks, right? It doesn't require too much like flexibility, you know? So inversion, right? Like you go like to upside down guards and stuff like that. So you don't need to do that when you know how to force your opponent to post. So all the time when I'm fighting here and my opponent's trying to put the weight on me here, I'm always like doing this, you see? So he posts, so now I underhook. Now he's gonna wizard. Okay, now I go here, you know? Always like try to move, force my opponent to post. He opened the leg, post the leg, now I go here. You see? So I always catch his base in order like to play the guard and get underneath of it, okay? So keep work on the position, okay, on the technique. You can make the variations to crucifix. You can still go into the back, you can still sweeping. Don't forget when you sweep, go to the half guard. And also play a little bit like when they conquer the half guard, right? So this is very important. Always, it's very important to anticipate your hand here. Imagine like he can punch you, so you need to block the punch. So if you pulse on the hip right here, he's gonna punch you. So if you grab the bicep, he can't. So he's not gonna hug your head. So if I'm here already, Andy's just gonna like force me to go. No, keep your hand here. Yeah. So he just forced me to pulse my hand and then go underhook. Exactly. And you see like the way he does is just like using the adductor, but now it's the bottom adductor. Okay, he's gonna put the foot on the floor and then move like this. Because my weight is gonna be on top of him here. And that's when he moves like that, going, I need to pulse. Okay? And you know what I do a lot too? Like, it happens a lot, and I love this. And I do this against big boys all the time. It's when they hug my waist. Parent. Like they hug my waist, like really deep. Yeah. So now their form is like a foam roll for me. Now they can post, but I know like I can easily like just sweep in like this, because they can't post. Okay. So that happens a lot, especially when the guy's big. Okay. So let's work on that, and then we're gonna do specific sparring from there. All right. I'll give you like 5 more minutes. 1, 2, 3.